Hello and welcome back to daily planning for Bitcoin and gold. Today is the 9th of February 2026. The several of the plans went pretty well, but I didn't take any trades on Friday. So hopefully you guys took it and possibly ends up in profit. If not, it's okay as long as you follow your own rules and systems. So currently this is get absorbed. I just realized almost on the round number area, but we rotate from the extreme to extreme and then to another extreme, which is pretty great. Gonna delete it for a bit. All of the things that are not related anymore. I'm gonna keep the 2024 VA here. And let's start. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Previously we got SFP here. Pretty crazy, if I may say so. Several highs has been taken out in one single candle. But what are we looking for here? We are having weekly VWAP, which is near the 2024 VA for the higher part. And we are clearly on pretty good pump on the lows, which is a pretty good V shape recovery. Anyways, as usual, my target for those structural V shape recovery will be to the higher level for the target, because if the V shape falls and fails, it will fall miserably or went up miserably. Depends on the price action, if you V shape to the top or V shape to the bottom. If you V shape to the top, usually it's called blow off top, and it will fail miserably, you know. If not a perfect recovery, same goes to the inverse part. If it's not a V shape recovery on the bottom, that it will fall miserably again. Okay, so currently we are in a V shape here, a good V shape actually. We are currently above the 2024 VA, and we are currently also above the weekly VWAP. This is our developing, but this is the previous weekly VWAP. It went from up here all the way to down here. Okay, so what are my POIs for today? Actually, I don't have any POI. It's still on Monday, but if I may see here, at the very least, this top will actually get revisited again in near future. And if it sweeps, what I want to see is, this get taken out and we fail to the lower part again. Then I think that's it for Bitcoin. Yeah, gold. For gold, let's see. I am completely fails. Turns out it doesn't continues the way down. It just immediately bounce back after it touched this. No, it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't sweep but immediately recovers. Okay, I'm gonna delete this for a bit. But higher time frame, I still don't believe it. We're still in the internal range, and what you want to see is another reaction on this particular highs. So this highs is what marks for a POI for me, and this remains our high time frame POIs for the 4 hour. This is a very value gap. I usually see this having some kind of reactions. So my POIs, as usual, still the same. We're also filling up some gaps here, like this freshly newly made weekly gap is being filled almost completely, but it's okay. For reactions, I want to see a reaction on the higher part here, and as usual on this particular part on the 4-hour time frame. So bias for me in gold is still short, and for Bitcoin, actually I'm just gonna wait and see, and for this particular highs to get retaken, reswap, and then falls again. Okay, we'll see how it develops. Usually I want to see it having volatilities since this week. We also have CPIs on Friday. So what's interesting for this month is we have CPI on February 13, but we have PPI on February 27. The PPI for America, USA. So it has 2 weeks gap, which for me means that in between those events we might have several more volatility, I suppose. But yeah, currently we don't have any economic event either than on Wednesday, NFE, and on Friday. Okay, I think that's all about me and all about the daily planning. I hope you enjoy it. See you tomorrow.